Hi Capricorn, I hope you guys are all doing really well. So this is going to be your daily reading for me, Capricorn. I do all the zodiac signs every day, Monday through Friday, but this is not a time-specific reading. It's not a daily reading in that it's for the next, for this day. It's just a general reading for you, Capricorn. So take what resonates and let the rest go in one ear and right out the other, considering it's not a private reading. I do try to, repeat this. I think that your sun, your moon, and your rising are equally important in my opinion, because they represent different aspects of your life, and at some time and at some points, a different aspect is going to be at the forefront versus another time in your life, right? So it's not always your sun sign where you're going to find your message. So keep that in mind if this does not resonate with you, Capricorn. So let's get into it. I get something, Capricorn, about you know how you kind of put something on the back burner, you leave the door open for something. It's like, it's kind of like, I don't really want to use that example because I don't think that that's how it is, but it's hard to explain. It's like you don't fully want to say no to something even though it's not what you want, just because you don't know if what you want is going to work out, Capricorn. Kind of like that. I hope that makes sense. But there's a little bit of that here. We've got the Seven of Raphael, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. This is like resisting change, kind of holding on to something, right? And like you're holding on to multiple options, multiple choices. It's like you know what you want, you know which thing, or you're figuring it out, because we've got the Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups coming through here. It's like you know what lights you up, Capricorn. You know what emotionally, you know what you want. But there's this, like, you have to release these other things. You're being guided to release these other things. 'Cause it's like you're holding on to them. These could be emotional experiences, people. And it's interesting because usually we think of the Eight of Cups as emotionally detaching, of detoxing. Actually, in this deck specifically, this Archangel deck, this Seven of Cups talks about releasing and going through like an emotional detox. So and we have door to personal healing and happiness here coming through for you, and forgiveness. So that could be a thing too. It's like forgiving and releasing and letting go could be a thing for you at this time, Capricorn. And it's a beautiful energy. There's healing here with the Four of Swords. And it's a weight that's lifted off of you, and there's this positive new energy that can come in. And it's funny, there's these dolphins back here that they talk about healing and a very playful energy. It's much more relaxed. It's not as rigid as this Four of Pentacles. So this forgiveness, it says, healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. Yeah, and it's like there's a door that's opening for you once you forgive and let go of the past. And forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to forget, right? Because you learned something through those experiences. It wasn't for nothing, Capricorn. So, but forgiveness releases you from the karma of it. Like a lot of us forget about that. Like, say somebody did you wrong in this lifetime. You had a contract with that person, because you probably did something wrong to them in a past lifetime, even though you wouldn't want to admit that or say, and it might not even have been that obviously not that person, but that soul was like, oh, well, I owe this karmic debt, you owe that karmic debt. How about we come together at this point in our lives this time around, and maybe you be the person that screws me over instead of, me screwing you over. Like, kind of like that. It's like a game. It's a play in a way. Earth is a school, and we're just here to learn lessons so that we can work through our karmic debt and then move on. And like, once you don't have any karma anymore, like any karmic debt, then you can, you know, you don't have to come back to earth anymore, which to me is like, hallelujah. Like, I do not want to come back to earth, which I'm a Pisces, so I'm like, I'm done here. I don't want to come back to earth anymore. But if you hold on to things instead of just forgiving and knowing like, hey, we had to go through that, and maybe you know, I'm never going to talk to that person anymore. I'm never going to deal with that person anymore. And that was, you know, that's a shame. That sucks. That, you know, the relationship that we had couldn't have worked out better. But you learn something from it and you forgive them because you know they were here to teach you a lesson, and you let it go. Like, you realize it is what it is. And I feel like you're going through that, and you've got this like door that's opening up for you because of it. And we've got navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. I feel like you're going through this emotional healing and cleansing, and it's like it's like, what feels good, Capricorn? It feels good to let shit go. It really does. It's like a weight that's lifted off of you. It's really nice. And we've got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, coming through here for you. And it says seeding the light, letting foundations, divine plan. There is something about like the divine plan, what you came here to do. We have sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Some of you could be mystics, you could be teachers. Whether you want to admit that you're a teacher or not, some people don't like to feel, they're like, I'm not. And the thing is, we're all a teacher, we're all a student. Like, we're all, that's the whole part of earth. Like, we're all here to learn, and sometimes we're teaching the lesson to somebody, sometimes we're learning the lesson from somebody else. Like, that's the way that it is. There is something about feminine energy here, even if you're a man. There's definitely something about feminine energy coming through, and the beauty of the healing, beauty of that. I was getting something else when I pulled these. There is something about, too, like respecting the people that came before you, who laid the foundations for where we are now. Like when we think about a priestess, a mystic, or a witch, even, like, in the past, those people were persecuted. Like Anna, grandmother of Jesus, think about Jesus, like these people, all these spiritual leaders, these prophets and, you know, teachers, they were persecuted throughout the years. And we've come to a point where there may be people who make fun of it, but you're not going to be burned. You're not going to be drowned for it. You're not going to be put on a cross. Like, there were really brave people who came before us. And it's very important, if you have a gift, Capricorn, to embrace it, especially in the world we live in now, where and I can understand, like, if you've lived a past lifetime where you were persecuted, there are fears that come up, right? But it's saying, like respect these people that came before you, and maybe even it was probably you as well, you know, like I'm saying, like, you lived a past lifetime where you were persecuted. So, like, if you were brave enough to come out back then when you were going to have something terrible happen, possibly, why not be brave enough now? Is another thing. Capricorn, I keep rambling in your reading. So we've got the bee coming out here in your reading for your spirit animal. It's about creativity, cooperation, and productivity. You are being guided to change something in your life. Become inspired, follow your heart, and creatively build your future with today's decisions. You have no limitations, and there are no boundaries to your capabilities. Any assistance you need will always be found. That's beautiful. And your abundance angel, we have dreams of abundance. So it says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Interesting enough, you have the Four of Swords here, which talks about rest, even meditation, and we have the Ace of Cups. It's like, so in meditation, in your sleep, there's some kind of insight that's coming in, how to turn a desire into a reality. All right, that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope you have a really great day. Sending you lots of love. Bye.